Hello there. I hope you're all hanging in there during this challenging time that we're in. Today it's day 17 for me in quarantine. And yeah, it's starting to itch. I so want to go out for a walk. And we are not allowed to do that here in Spain. So I envy those of you that live in countries that are under lockdown that allow you for a daily walk at least. But anyway, I want to talk about something today that I have seen through many crisis situations that I have worked in. And what happens many times is that when we are in a crisis, like we are right now with this coronavirus, it is not uncommon that being in a crisis triggers other crises that we might have in our lives or things that we haven't resolved. Sometimes we have a situation that is an ongoing thing in our life and we keep pushing it aside because we just don't have the energy to deal with it. And then we find ourselves in a situation that we can't push aside because this coronavirus is here whether we like it or not, and it happens within us. I mean, different things happens within us as a result of this virus. Some people do get anxious and some people do get angry or depressed or hyperactive, whatever the reaction is. But what I'm trying to say, that's a fully normal thing. But another normal thing is that when we are in a crisis, it can trigger unresolved issues that we have in our lives, things that are latent, that are under the surface. I remember when I was working with the AIDS crisis in Los Angeles and how common it was when I met somebody who was having difficulties and that was affected by that crisis, that they were telling me, this situation triggers so many other things in my life. And what I want to say about that is, yes, it's completely normal. It can also trigger things. Say that you live in a relationship with somebody that is rusty, where there is a lot of tension under the surface. It's fully normal that a crisis like this one may escalate that situation. Do you know how common it is that parents that are dealing with a difficult situation with a child? I have worked a lot with parents where children are dying, and actually that crisis have led to that their relationship ends. It ends in a divorce. It's very common and it's a very normal thing when it happens. My suggestion is that if this current crisis is triggering other things in your life that you're dealing with or have not dealt with, don't try to do too much at one time. This is not the time to deal with unresolved issues. If you are in a relationship, for instance, you are in isolation, in lockdown with a person that you already are having issues with, this is not the time to deal with those issues. This is the time then to give each other space and to say, listen, yeah, this is coming up to the surface, but one thing at a time. Do not get overwhelmed by trying during a ongoing crisis like this, try to solve every other area in your life that is not working, but just be in the moment. But as I said, I want to normalize the fact that it's very common that a pressured situation like this one will trigger other areas in our lives that are not related at all to what we're going through at the moment. And it's so easy that we then overwhelm ourselves. And when we get overwhelmed, what happens? Yeah, that affects our self esteem, our self confidence, and we start feeling worse. So, my advice there to you is actually to kind of compartmentalize and say, there is a time for everything. Now I have to deal with what's in front of me here and now. And then when this is over, then I need to deal with the other issues that surfaced during this crisis. Be kind to yourself. Don't try to do too much. Be kind to yourself and don't give yourself bigger pieces than you can digest at the moment. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I wish you a great day.